Hello everyone, a very warm welcome to everyone who has over here. I am Namrata Hari from Assam. I speak from Hack the Mountains 2.0 welcomes you all for the session. It's very nice that all of you have taken off your time to attend this session to learn something new. Let's continue having this spirit for this event and for the upcoming events as well. We're delighted to announce that we have Symbl.ai as a sponsor for our hackathon this year. The Symbl.ai team has brought a session on the topic Getting Started with Symbl.ai with Eric Giannini and Akanksha Bhasin. Eric Giannini is the lead community evangelist and advocate at Symbl.ai, and Akanksha Bhasin here as well is the community evangelist at Symbl.ai. Their experience in the field makes them more than qualified to guide you through this workshop. If you hackers want to know how to use Symbl.ai in your hackathon project, this workshop is perfect to ask any questions related to Symbl.ai. And the best Symbl.ai project gets the chance to win $100 worth Amazon gift card and swags and other exciting prizes from the Symbl.ai track. You can check out further details from our hackathon website. If you have any questions, you can ask here and in our Discord server as well. Without further ado, let's give the star guest here a chance to rock the stage. Over to you, Eric and Akanksha. Hack the Mountains team welcomes you both.
Thank you so much for the warm introduction. Hey everyone, I am Akanksha Bhasin, community evangelist at Symbl.ai, and with me we have Eric.
Hey, thanks so much for having us for Hack the Mountain.
Yeah. And do let us know from which part of the world you are hacking in for the hackathon, maybe in the comments.
Whoa, we got people from around the world.
Yeah. Hi, Michael. Hi, Caramel. Hi, Shobit. Hi, Coca.
Coca-Cola.
Hi, Pulkit.
Is la some kind of ending in a language?
Yeah, it's like a surname. Yeah, Indian surname.
Oh, okay. An honorific title?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we also have Akib from Haryana. Hi, Akib.
So we could say Akanksha La, right? No? Okay. Oh, okay. Hey, Koshla is his last name. I thought he was saying Coca-Cola and then adding LA at the end.
No. Okay, so let's begin. So we are the host of this session and let's get started. So before proceeding with our Symbl one-on-one, I would also like to announce that we are live with Integrate to Disrupt Hackathon. So it's like a 2-month hackathon. The last date to sign up is 30th June. And it's then you can sign up and tell your ideation phase. And in the July, it's the building phase where you can build upon. So let's get started. My screen is visible, right?
Yes.
Perfect. So let's do a brief introduction about what Symbl.ai does. And the objective of this session is to provide you with an overview of Symbl.ai platform, its product, their APIs. So Symbl.ai is a conversation intelligence platform for automated speech recognition on multiple channels like text, voice, or video calls. Symbl.ai's suite of APIs enable developers to track the highest point of artificial intelligence in calls with fully programmable endpoints for triggering application-specific logic to drive results. So Conversation AI for Symbl.ai covers all human-to-human conversations. And apart from getting started, we will be also showing you some cool demos like Hello World program, how you can use async APIs for getting started. And we will walk you through the telephony API as well as the WebSockets. And the highlight of the session is we will also show you a demo how you can map sentiments using emojis. So let's get started. So in the meantime, I'm sharing you the links. Just sign up on platform.symbl.ai. So you will ultimately get 3,000 credits. Maybe host can pin this for getting 3,000 minutes.
Great. I see the link to get 3,000 free minutes on the Symbl.ai platform.
Cool. So
It looks like your screen dropped off though, Akanksha.
is it visible now?
Yes.
Okay. So just sign up on the platform, and once you get sign up, just show your thumbs up that you have already signed up. And on the front page, you will get app ID and app secret. This is very necessary for getting the project started. And I'm also posting the link to the Postman collection, Symbl.ai. So I hope everyone has got the Postman collection in your comments. Let me know. Yeah. Perfect. So for getting started, you can see on the left-hand side, you have authentication, you have telephony APIs, async APIs, and conversation APIs. Before getting started, click on authentication, and under the authentication part, click on generate token. So for getting started, we need to generate a token always. And you need app ID as well as app secret. On the right-hand side, you can see an eye icon that helps you in adding the app ID and app secret. So under the global, you can add on app ID. I've already added it. You can just copy it from here, and you can paste app ID over here, and similarly copy the app secret and paste it over here, and then click on save as well. You just need to put the like the link in the initial value, and it will get replicated to the current value, and then click save. And now click on the body under the generate token, and under the app ID and app secret, put two curly braces and add app ID. And remember, it should be the same as you have mentioned in the global variables so that it match. So you can add app ID and app secret, and now click on send. Once you click on send, you get an access token that is generated. So there's a time limit that it's valid for like 80,686 seconds. So this is how it works. I hope everyone is up with it. Okay. So now click on async APIs. Under the async APIs, click on text short transcript. And now click on body. So you might have seen a content like this is a jargon content that is written. Maybe you could replace it from your own content that you want to share. Let me edit it. Let's say I write, hello world, I'm hacking at Hack the Mountains. Cool. And under the name, you can write your name over here. And in the email user ID, just write the email where you want to send the insights. Let's say I write my email. Now click on send. So you see, I got a conversation ID and job ID. Just grab the conversation ID. It will be used for getting insights, and it will be used in the conversation API. So I've copied my conversation ID from here. And now click on Conversation APIs. So under the Conversation APIs, click on Body and just replace and do check out if you have removed the braces as well. I will copy my new conversation ID over here and then I will click on Send. Yeah. So this is the ID, this is the name, this is the email. It also shows the start time and end type. So it's basically the timestamp. And if you want to see how your the UI looks, just click on Experience and just paste your conversation ID over here. And now click on Send. After that, you will get a link. So that's how the UI looks. I will copy it. And let me show it how it looks. So you remember I've written a context like "Hello world, I'm hacking at the mountains hackathon." So this is my name. It's a simple transcript that I've generated. I hope everyone is following. Okay, so we have one question. Eric, would you like to take it forward?
Yes. May you please read the question? I'm not seeing it in the comments.
Is it similar to OpenAI?
Oh, okay. There are a lot
No.
of similarities in terms of the underlying algorithms. But the comparison to other software companies' products is a really, really, really advanced topic. What Akanksha and I are trying to do today is to get you up and running so that you can actually use our APIs. And then after you've used them, you could compare them yourself to other software companies' APIs. We would be happy to hear your feedback. Were you going to?
I think there are no more questions. So let's proceed with telephony API. Okay, cool. So now click on your collection. On the left-hand side, you must see telephony API, start connection, PSTN. Now click on it and go to the body section. So you must see we can add on phone number. We can add a DTMF sequence. So what DTMF is? It's a dial tone multi-frequency. So it's the dial tone. Whenever we call someone, there's a beep sound which comes in. So that's DTMF. If you want to integrate Zoom into your call, you remember apart from the meeting ID and the password, there's also a phone number, the whole that is mentioned. So if you write it over here in the DTMF section, so you can also add Zoom into Symbl.ai. You can add Symbl.ai API in Zoom as well. So I will show you how to do a small demo with telephony API with my phone number. Just add your phone number over here, and in the email section, write your email, and you can also name it like a demo test with telephony API at the mountain. So after writing this, just click on send. So I got a call. I don't know if it's visible. So it's like telephony API is calling in my phone, and I will pick it up. So whatever I will be speaking here, So whatever I will be speaking in my phone call. So you see, as I received the phone call, I immediately got the WebSocket URL. It means the connection has been established, and I also got a conversation ID as well. So let me grab the conversation ID. There might be some echo because of telephony. So now go to conversation APIs and just paste the conversation ID which you just got from telephony API, and now click on send. So a new connection has been established. You see, we got name, demo test with telephony API at HTM, and we also get a start time. So start time is the time when I uh, receive the phone. So there will be start time and end time for the whole call. And message transcript. So message transcript, whatever I'm speaking will get recorded. Let me paste the conversation ID over here. And now I click on send. So you remember I was speaking like I will be speaking in my phone call. Uh, so I talked also about the WebSockets, and it is also shows the start time and end time. So this is how it works, and we don't need to add members since I am there on in the call. But if you want to do it with Zoom, you want to have 3-4 members, you can also update members. And let's see if there are any action items or not. I suppose there are no action items because I haven't spoken any, but let's see. Yeah, there are no action items. Now, don't click on delete. You don't want to delete whatever you have spoken. All the insights won't be captured. But there's an interesting thing called analytics. So let's say you are making an application with Symbl.ai, and you want to track, you want to improve your communication skills, and you want to track how fast you are speaking, all the analytics and stuff, the total talk time, the silence, and there are a number of things that you could do out of Symbl.ai because it tracks all the conversation. So there are no analytics for this right now. So now I click on Experience API. So I get a URL for this, and let's see what are the insights generated. So I got demo test with telephony API via HTM. So I got the summary topics. So whatever I've spoken about communication skills, I've spoken about analytics. So it will also highlight the terms which, so there are multiple use cases which you can build upon in the hackathon as well. So this is how the telephony works, and it also shows the date and time and yeah, everything. And let me go back to my slides. 1 second. So we covered this section, and you got to know about what Symbl.ai is, getting started. And now, before proceeding with the other WebSocket, I would also like to discuss like something about PSTN. So in telephony API, you could also establish your connection via SIP and PSTN, and just to go through all the concepts. So async is like, as the name says it all, it's asynchronous. It means all the resources are already available. So maybe if you want to like analyze your text, audio, or video that's already pre-recorded, you could do that through async API. And streaming API is based on the WebSocket protocol, which is used for the real-time use cases. Let's say you are speaking to someone and you want to capture all the insights, how things are going. So now Eric will be showing a demo of how WebSocket works, and the best part, the emojis one also. So I pass on to Eric.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Akanksha, for that introduction to Symbl.ai, how to use our APIs in Postman, the telephony API, as well as the async APIs. Those are great source types. Another source type to use in your application is the WebSockets API. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to share a code sample of the WebSockets API so that you can get up and running with Symbl.ai's WebSocket as well. After I show you the WebSocket, we're going to transition to an integration of the WebSocket with a transformation of one aspect of the conversation into a visualization. We're going to be mapping sentiments to emojis. Let me go ahead and share my screen. Oops. Great. Okay. So let me just go ahead and make sure that you guys are able to see this page. Are you able to see the page that says live speech to text and AI insights on the browser?
Yes, it's visible.
Wonderful. Excuse me. Akanksha is going to go ahead and drop a copy of this link into the comment section of the stream. In the meantime, I wanted to let you know that Symbl.ai is offering a promo right now. We're allowing you to sign up for 3,000 minutes for free to help you get up and running with your submission. In regards to submissions, I believe that someone in the chat had asked a question about whether or not we're able to present innovative solutions to problems that exist right now in technology. We are more than happy to receive submissions that are innovative. We would prefer the more innovative over the more ordinary solutions, most definitely. Whoever raised that question, thank you so much for raising that question. We are hoping that your submissions are definitely innovative. Okay, let's go back to the streaming API. So Symbl.ai's streaming API is based on WebSockets. WebSockets are a multiplex protocol, meaning that the protocol operates not on the response model of HTTP, but on an event-driven structure. So every time that there's a change in the state of a conversation, the change in the state of the conversation will be updated in such a way that it can be tracked. It's fantastic for multi-channel conversations. It's also fantastic for real-time updates. What we're going to do with the streaming API is we're going to show you how the change in state, event-driven listeners can be configured to transform the conversation into new elements like emojis. So here I'm going to show you a brief overview of the streaming API. And the brief overview is basically that you create a WebSocket, you create its listeners, you open up the connection, you create the audio stream, and then you begin to broadcast. We'll also talk about conversation ID, but not now. We'll talk about it later. Okay, so to get started, you have to be familiar with our WebSocket endpoint. Our WebSocket endpoint is configured to accept two parameters. These are unique meeting ID and access token. These are configured just above in JavaScript as constants. And then the next step is to actually create the WebSocket as a formulation of those three elements together. And then you create your listeners, your on message method, your on air method, and your on close method. Your on message method is the method that you program to ensure that the event-driven structure of your data responds to application logic. Here we have a bunch of different logs that you'll be able to see after I start up the WebSocket that show you different aspects of the event-driven data structure and changes in the state of that data structure. And then the next step is to open the socket. You have a method for opening the socket. You create an audio stream by grabbing the browser's access to the microphone device on your laptop. And then you have a code sample for handling the stream. We're going to go ahead and we're going to grab them all together. We'll talk about the conversation ID in a second. And we're going to go here and we're going to grab the full code sample. And we're going to go to Symbl.ai, the website. If you haven't had a chance to check out the website, this is a great time to do so. And we will run the code to the right by pressing Option Command J. That opens up the console, and we drop the code in here. Oops. Let me go back to that text. Make sure the copy button is working. My copy button is not working. Okay. Cool. So I've loaded the WebSocket code over here. Now the next step is to do exactly what Akanksha did earlier through the authentication API endpoint in Postman to grab an XAPI key that will load into the access token. And to do that, I'm going to have to go through the sign up process all over again. Just give me a second to get to the platform page. Cool. So I'm going to grab my app ID and I'm going to go back to Postman. I'm going to drop it in there. Grab the app secret and I'm going to drop it in here. And I'm going to send a request to get my XAPI key. And then I'm going to go back over here to the WebSocket code that I loaded into the console. I'm going to drop the XAPI key there. And once I've done that, I'm ready to get the stream up and running. And it looks like it's up and running and it's starting to collect messages. As you can see on the right, what we're seeing flow through the WebSocket is the reflection of the event-driven structure of a change in state for the conversation that's being transmitted through the WebSocket. As the conversation state changes with every single new event or every single speech event, the speech events are being logged in real time to show you how your conversation can be transformed into a transcript. Great. Okay, so that is the WebSocket up and running. Now, what can we do with the WebSocket? One of the things that you can do is you can run inside of your onMessage function an API call to the Sentiment Sentiment API. So to do that, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go back up to the top. And I'm going up to the top because what I want to do is I want to grab the conversation ID. And I'm going to head back over to Postman. And I'm going to go to the message API endpoint. As Akanksha showed you earlier that the message API endpoint takes the conversation ID. And you drop that in there. And then over here, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to click sentiment true. And by inserting that query parameter on the end of the messages API in the conversation API suite of APIs, I'm able to grab the sentiments on the messages that are created as a result of the change in state on the conversation stream through the WebSocket. And I hit that, and you can see the transcription messages down here. And then you can also see polarity scores. Well, the thing about the polarity scores is that they're great. They give you an analysis of the sentiments on the messages. But to the human eye, when I see the number 2, I don't immediately associate that number 2 with an emotion or a sentiment or an opinion about how someone may or may not be satisfied with a call. One way to help with the fact that the analytics that we receive from conversation data aren't immediately apparent or intuit to the human eye is to transform those pieces of information into something that is a visualization. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and map these scores to emojis. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stop this stream right now. I just stopped it. And I'm going to go over here to my VS Code editor. And the code sample that I have here is a simple web app. And the simple web app basically does the following. It will track the polarity scores on the message IDs in a table on the left. in real time as the conversation is happening. And then it will interpret those scores, and it will keep a tally of which scores have been interpreted to be happy, sad, or neutral. The way to get this code is to go to github.com/Symbl.ai. And it's probably going to be a good idea to take a look at the sample apps here, because in addition to being able to map sentiments to emojis, you can also do a lot of other things with Symbl.ai. Right now, you could fork the real-time engagement app builders example of Symbl.ai. You could also fork our Symbl Twilio Video React as sample application if you wanted to add features that we haven't added yet. We would be really happy to see you add features or half hack the Symbl Twilio Video React sample app. Now, if you're following along, you would just grab this particular code sample right here. And I think Akanksha is going to pass that link into the comment section. And if you've had a chance to clone it, I hope that you have Python 3 installed. Python 3 we'll use to run a Python server so that we can run the code. I've got the command here. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to run the server. Oh, actually, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stop the server because I missed an important step that I did not complete before running the server. Okay, the important step is that I have to replace the access token as I did earlier. So I'm going to go back over here to my authentication API endpoint in Postman, and I'm going to grab the X API key. I'm going to go over here to the space in the code where the X API key is saved. Oops. And I'm just going to replace that right there. Cool. And I'm going to go ahead and save the code. Then now I'm going to go ahead and run the Python server. And because it's running on localhost, I'm going to go back over here to localhost. I'm going to press that. It should be running. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start call. I'm going to do Option Command J so that I can see to make sure that the messages are being transcribed. Perfect. So it looks like our WebSocket is working exactly how we want it. And I'm going to load sample data into the transcript. Happy, happy, joy, joy, joy. Happy, 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 joy, joy, joy. Excellent call. Excellent customer service. I am happy with your service. You have done a great job tracking the call. Perfect. Now, if I want to go ahead and end the call, I'll get an end call status, right? And bam, I've just interpreted the overall status of the call as a happy call because we had 16 happy sentiments that were translated into happy face emojis, as opposed to 6 sad and 3 neutral. So if I were an admin at a call center using Symbl.ai to power the next step, next level of engagement in my call center applications, I could use this type of setup to facilitate an administrators, an admin's view of conversations happening in real time. And those are one of the things that you can do with Symbl.ai. After you transform the analytics into a visualization, you can see the conversation, whereas in other aspects of real-time communications or real-time engagements, you were only able to hear the conversation. With Symbl.ai, you're able to connect to it, you're able to transform it, you're able to visualize it, you're able to see the conversation, you'll be able to extend it to other third-party SaaS like Jira, Trello, Notion AI, for instance. Okay, wonderful.
And now, we also have one question from Coca-Cola. So, does it work with Python as well? Yes, it's not that Symbl.ai only works with JS, it also works with Python.
Yes, it does actually. And that's a great question because I have a sample application over here that I built yesterday. And essentially, what I had done is I uploaded a conversation through the async API with Symbl.ai's Python SDK. And I created timestamps and polarities from the response data that you saw earlier when I hit the message API endpoint with a query parameter for sentiment set to true. And then I imported pandas. I created a data frame out of those arrays. And then what I did with pandas was I plotted it on an X and Y axes, and I created a time series. And as you can see down here, here is the time series. So this is an example of how you can also transform the sentiments not just into emojis with JavaScript, but you can also transform the sentiments into time series graphs with Python and with with the Symbl.ai's with Symbl.ai's Python SDK, with pandas, and with matplotlib. Does that answer your question? Hello? It looks like you're muted, Akanksha.
Yeah, sorry. I was saying, yeah, he was looking for this only.
Oh, okay. Fantastic. Yeah, that's available. And that is just one of the ways that you can imagine how to transform a conversation into a visualization. Does anyone have any questions about the WebSocket, about the hackathon, about transforming the conversation or visualizing aspects of it? Right now is a great time to ask.
Yeah. And I'm also sharing the GitHub link of Symbl.ai as well. We have multiple repos on integration with Next.js, Twilio, Agora, anything. So if you feel like you can fork it and you can play with it. And do post your queries in the chat section. And as Eric was mentioning about like Symbl.ai could be integrated with anything, be it Notion, Trello, Jira tickets. You just need to think wherever there are human conversations, like natural conversations, Symbl.ai can be a part of it very easily. So let's say you want to analyze maybe the chats that come on your WhatsApp groups. It consists of like more than 200 messages sometimes daily, and you want to segregate all the important stuff. We also have some cool things called trackers. So using trackers you could also track things like maybe important meetings that your teacher sends, maybe important links that is only sent by your teacher, so you don't need to scroll again and again. You just need to process those text through Symbl.ai, maybe a side project that you could work on. Or maybe at the time of COVID, you see like a lot of people were looking for resources and they were not able to get the leads on time. So maybe processing the whole text and according to the timestamp, getting the latest news about the leads that are required. So this could be also a possibility. And we are really excited to see you building with Symbl.ai. And we also have some cool prizes as well. Like we are giving $100 Amazon gift card whosoever builds with Symbl.ai. And it's just not limited to only the winners. We also have like special mentions, and those who have used Symbl.ai in their project, they are eligible for some cool goodies from Symbl.ai as well. And the surprise element is that you also get a chance to get interviewed by us for a part of ambassador program as well. So yeah. Yeah, so Michael says it sounds cool. Eric, you are on mute.
Oh, I was just saying it. Hey, Michael Krugang had just said, "Oh, that's cool." Yeah, we really like to hear feedback. If you think there's something else we can do to help empower you as developers to create the next generation solution for real-time engagement, or highly interactive, connected, transformed, or visualized conversations with Symbl.ai, please reach out to us in the Slack channel. We would be really happy to follow up on your feedback in the Slack channel. I think Akanksha just dropped a link into the chat to the Slack channel. And I don't know if everyone's had a chance to sign up for those 3K free minutes, but right now is a great time to do it. I am going to go ahead and I am going to show you the last few pages of our slide deck so that we can go ahead and close out the session. Give me just a second here to reshare my screen.
Yeah. And don't forget to tweet about your experience using the hashtag Symbl.ai, and you can tag us on Symbl.dev. I can share the links as well in the chat section.
Okay. Great. I believe Akanksha went over with you what Symbl.ai is. I think right now will be a great time to review again. You've had a chance to see what the APIs do. It might be easier now to understand exactly what Symbl.ai is all about. Symbl.ai is a conversation intelligence platform for developers to create connected, transformed, or visualized conversations. It enables apps to understand natural human conversations across all channels. It is an omni-channel source. You can enable omni-channel access from video, audio, or text in real time or asynchronously. Through our APIs or our extensions, we have an AWS Chime adapter. We have Twilio sample applications. We are fully supported as a partner with Agora.io. We have done examples of transforming a conversation into Trello tickets or Jira tickets from our action items that you pick up as contextual insights through the Conversation API. We also have an emphasis on ensuring that developers can traverse the multiple different domains that exist for creating these experiences with conversations. So we've tried to make sure that we're agnostic. When you're getting access to the AI, you do not require any upfront training. So you don't have to hire an entire team of data scientists to transform your real-time communications or real-time engagements. One of the things that we talked about, or one of the things we've been talking about, is the transformations, the connections, or the visualizations. I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to go through one of the flows. We went, from a audio flow to the streaming API through Symbl.ai. We did speech recognition. At that time, we transformed the conversation into a visualization. But there are many different flows that you can adopt to create an innovative solution for your submission to the hackathon. To recap, we told you what Symbl.ai is. We showed you the APIs and how to build with them. We showed you our conversation API. We ran a WebSocket, and we showed you how to gain access to aspects of the stream. In case you didn't have a chance to check out our Symbl dev account or our Symbl.ai account on Twitter, we've posted the links to those accounts down here at the bottom. Here's an example of the Symbl Twilio Video React application that I mentioned earlier. Here's the repo for mapping sentiments to emojis. Here's the link to our docs. If you wanted to check out other sample applications like the Agora real-time engagement app with Symbl.ai, you could do so by clicking here. And finally, or last but not least, Symbl.ai Slack channel is a great way for you as developers to commingle, to ask yourselves questions. You could also ask us questions. Earlier today, I know I helped a developer get up and running with Zoom through our PST enabled telephony API. If you have questions like those, the best place to find us is in the Slack channel, so you can ping us. We can set up a call to help you out as soon as possible. If there are no more questions, we're going to go ahead and we're going to prepare to close out the stream. I want to thank you guys for attending the session today. It was great to have you on the stream. We really enjoyed being able to share a moment of interaction with Symbl.ai's APIs through the WebSocket. We're looking forward to your submissions. Akanksha?
Yeah. I've posted all the links, and thank you so much for being a fantastic audience. And if you feel stuck anywhere, you can ping us on the Discord channel of Hack the Mountains. And if you, we also have Symbl.ai Slack. There our developers are up 24/7, since we have multiple time zones. So if you need like immediate query, you can also contact us on #support channel on our Slack as well. So, thank you everyone. We hope you enjoyed the session. Okay, bye bye. Hi.
Awesome session. It was really interactive. Thank you, Eric and Akanksha, for taking off your time off your busy schedule for being with us here today. It was amazing to hear out all the tips you had for us. I'm sure the audience loved your session. Thank you, wonderful audience, for tuning in. Don't forget to check out the link to get your free 3K minutes. Okay, register soon. Also, don't forget to check out the Symbl.ai track. Join the Symbl.ai Slack channel, Slack community, and then all the docs, so that you can implement Symbl.ai product more easily in your project. If you have any doubts, you can definitely ping us on Discord. Check out the details. If you have any doubts regarding the Symbl.ai track, check out the details in our hackathon website. Also, before we wind up, there are some important announcements to make. Our hackathon registrations close at 4 p.m. IST on 27 June. That is day after tomorrow. So if you haven't registered yet, register soon at our Hack the Mountains website. Also, tomorrow morning is a big day. We have our hackathon's opening ceremony at 10 a.m. IST. So don't forget to join us to know all the important details and all the surprises awaiting you. And thanks, Eric and Akanksha. Really fun having you here.
Thank you so much.
Also, the feedback form link will be posted. Fill it up soon so that you all are eligible to grab your Hack the Mountains participation certificate. That's it, guys. Thank you for being so patient. Bye. Good night.
Bye. Good night.